Today I'm doing a quick comparison of a couple of budget wireless earphones with active noise cancellation. Welcome back to Honest Reviews. My name is Rob. Now, early this year, I picked up a pair of Apple Airpod Pros. And what I was really excited about was having earphones that actually fit my ear, the older style that have always come with, iPhones, and then now they're wireless, just the regular AirPods. They would just fall out of my ears. So I thought that the silicone tips with the new AirPods would be like a good fit. They weren't. They still kind of like fell out of my ear. The seal wouldn't be good, and it would show in the app that I didn't have a good seal, like when I turned my head and stuff like that. There were things that I liked about them, like how if you pulled one out, it would pause, and the ambient mode was kind of cool when it worked. But ultimately, they were overpriced. They didn't fit my ears well, and I ended up returning them. But I was still looking for something that I could use just for like when I am cycling or running or whatever. I just wanted some earphones that were wireless that I could use mainly for listening to music. So I found these MPOWs, and these are the MPOW X3s. Now, actually, full disclosure, first, I didn't pay for these earphones. I asked for them for Father's Day, and so they were given to me as a gift. So that's what the deal is with the MPOWs. And then the Tautronics, I've been doing a bunch of reviews of RAV power banks, and I didn't know this, but either the distributors are connected or the companies are the same. But anyways, I found out that they were the same, and I asked RAV Power if they would send me these so that I could review them. So they supplied these to me to review. But I haven't been paid to do this review by Tautronics or MPOW, so my thoughts and my opinions are my own. Anyways, after the AirPods, I was looking for a more budget earphone option, and I wanted something with active noise cancellation, so I found these MPOWs. So I'm going to do kind of like a rough comparison of these in a second, but I guess first I'll just kind of show you what these are like. So you can see kind of a similar like flip-up case design to like the AirPods, and kind of a similar style as well. So I used these for quite a while, and I did enjoy using them. I didn't find that there was anything that was terribly wrong with them. They were good enough. And then I had the opportunity to try these out. So I've been trying these out for the last, I want to say like a couple months actually. And I like them. They're kind of a different style case, like, not totally AirPods-esque. And the style of the earbuds are also not very like, I would say maybe they're more like the bean design or bean shape or whatever. And I find that these ones actually fit in my ears a little bit better than the MPOWs. So these Tautronics, the actual name is the Sound Liberty 94s, and then these are the MPOW X3s. So I'm not going to get into like a spec for spec comparison of the two of them, but I'm going to kind of just give you my thoughts on what the experience was like using them, and then the links will be in the description below, so you can go and you can spec compare that way. I guess one spec that I'll give you is kind of the price point. So and they're similar price points. So the MPOWs are coming in at 50 to 70, and then the Tautronics, the Sound Liberty 94s here, are coming in at 40 to 60. So in terms of sound quality, I would say that the Tautronics Sound Liberty 94s here were the winner. They could be louder, there was more bass, the active noise cancellation worked better. They sounded better. The other thing that I liked about the Tautronics was that they just felt more comfortable to wear. The MPOW X3s were still comfortable. The Tautronics just felt a little bit more comfortable. Another thing that I liked about the Tautronics was that it has Bluetooth 5 connection, which I think worked out better for if you wanted to watch something like YouTube and you wanted the audio to be in sync. It still seemed a little laggy, but it was viewable. Whereas the MPOW X3s, they just lagged too much behind. They would mainly be used, I think, for just music, not for like watching videos on your phone or iPad or anything like that. One problem that I had with the Tautronics was that it didn't seem like the battery life, I was getting advertised battery life. So they're supposed to last 6 hours with noise cancellation on and 7 hours with it off, and I think 26 to 30 hours of battery life with the case. So they're both battery cases. So you charge them with the case, and then you can charge the case. They both charge with USB-C. But anyways, I wasn't getting I think advertised battery life out of the Tautronics. They seemed like they would just be dead, and I would have to recharge them, and I have to recharge the case a lot more frequently than 26 to 30 hours. The MPOW, I didn't seem like I had that same sort of battery life issue. Though to be fair, I didn't totally time and measure either of these. Another issue with the Tautronics compared to the MPOW was that a few times the Tautronics would just cut out on me, like right in the middle of whatever it was I was doing. Like they'd been running for a while and then they just cut out, and then they would pick back up. So it wasn't ever like it just stopped working completely, and it wasn't something that happened all the time. It's just the connection cut out sometimes. Whereas the MPOWs, the connection seems solid. I don't think that they ever cut out or anything like that. Pairing both of these is pretty easy. I mean, once you've paired them in your phone, you just open these, take them out, and they're on and they're paired to your phone, and you're good to go. Something that both of these earphones weren't great at was the touch controls. So coming from the Apple AirPods Pro, where the touch control was like intuitive and it actually worked every time, both of these I kind of struggled with, and I kind of feel like I just gave up on them. Like trying to turn on or off active noise cancellation, where you like press and hold, sometimes it didn't seem like it worked. Or trying to like adjust songs or volume. Both of these I feel like I struggled with, and that it wasn't really a great experience, and it was just kind of buggy. And for the most part, I just used my phone to control, changing songs or changing volume. So if you are looking for something that you can do a lot of controlling with just by touching, then you do probably want to be looking at something like the AirPods Pro. So overall, I think that the Tautronics Sound Liberty 94s would be the direction that I would go. They're cheaper, slightly cheaper than the MPOWs. They're certainly, a lot cheaper than Apple AirPods Pro. And I think for the features that you're getting, the noise cancellation was pretty good. They sounded great. I feel like they fit pretty well. So I think that there's a lot of value here, especially over like the AirPods Pro. Okay, I hope you found this comparison of a couple of budget earphones helpful. The links for these will be in the description below. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.